Is a vendetta against Chief Morrissey. I'm looking for change. I want open review.
Whatever you have a problem with him, Mr. Bell, I can't do anything about it.
It's a problem with the system, and that's what I'm trying to change. You know, I did turn into the FBI, those people that were making death threats.
Mr. Bell, I just want to say, sir, I hope you come to peace with this. Okay? I really do. I hope you do, sir. I pray for you all the time. I pray for your ex-wife and your daughter all the time. Just so you know. Okay? I hope you come to peace with this, sir. I hope you do. I'm a sincere man, Mr. Bell. I'm a Christian. Okay? I would have never done anything like that to your son had I not had to. Mr. Bell, I pray for you all the time.
We'll go from there.
Yeah, good.
So, Mom parked right here. How far were you? Okay.
That day over at Panera Bread, you recall?
No, I don't.
You sat right next to my wife and I at Panera Bread one day. I know you had saw me. And I felt bad for you that you were that uncomfortable. Okay? But I didn't say it to you that day, and I really wanted to say it to you.
Yep.
I said, I want you to find peace with this, sir.
I'm asking for change.
I understand what you're asking for, sir.
I'm asking for an independent review of the situation.
No, sir.
And that's what I'm looking for, okay? And I know what happened that night. I have an understanding of what happened that night. I'm an Air Force man. I understand that sometimes bad things happen in wartime.
Yes, sir.
Bad things happen here, okay? And so I understand that. But the obstruction after it occurred is what I have a problem with. And that's what I'm fighting to change.
Well, I'm not talking about any of that, sir. I'm just talking about personally from man to man. Like I said, when I walked into the police department that night, sir, my overwhelming feeling was to pray for your daughter.
Oh, yeah, well, they are living with it. They are going to have a shortened life because of this. You know that, right?
Well, sir,
because they don't handle the post-traumatic. And of course, you're probably having the problems they are having too. So.
Well, I just want to let you know that. And if you ever see Kim or if you ever say Shantae, I've never seen them to be able to tell them that. But I am. I pray for them all the time. I pray for that the Lord just brings the peace upon them. I know you're a religious man.
I am.
I know you understand.
Well, I understand. I want
pray
change.
for you too, sir.
Stand up and ask for change. Why don't you stand up and say, why don't we grant this?
Mr. Bell, because, you know, there was nothing that was done or nothing that has been done to your family that's trying to hide anything, sir.
You know as well as I do that Michael didn't have his hand on that gun.
Mr. Bell, I don't know no such thing. And I'm not going to...
You know as well as I do that you were standing on the right side of my son when you killed him.
Mr. Bell, I am not here to debate that with you, sir. I'm coming to you as a personal man.
Okay. Well,
what I did that night, sir, affected obviously your family and affected my family as well. I just wanted to tell you that I pray for you as a Christian. Mr. Bell, if you are not willing to accept that, I'm sorry.
I didn't say that I didn't accept it, did I?
I'm just telling you, sir. I'm not here to debate your issues with you, sir.
All I'm saying
is that... That's all I wanted to tell you.
I wanted the truth. That's all I wanted.
I understand what you're saying, sir. And now you have the truth. You know the truth, Mr. Bell.
Maybe Eric knows the truth. Maybe Eric knows the truth.
Mr. Bell,
maybe you took that truth with him.
Now, is that not fair, Mr. Bell? That's not fair. You see, sir, that's what it is. Don't do personal attacks, sir.
It's not. No, I'm not. It's not a personal attack. Eric might have known what happened.
Mr. Bell, I understand you're still grieving with the whole process. I'll take what you said just as a man who's grieving, but I don't think that's fair to you, sir. Nor would that
all
be
I'm
fair
saying
to
is
his
that
family.
he might know the truth. He might have known that he hooked that gun on that mirror, and he's screaming, "He's got my gun," when it didn't happen.
I'll take your comments as a man who's just looking for something. That's a shame, sir.
You know my son didn't have no hand on any gun. You absolutely 100% know it, and you got to live with that every day.
That's a shame, sir.
You absolutely know it because there's 4 people that sat right there and watched it.
Please don't be accusatory towards me. Okay, I did nothing to you. I did nothing to you.
And to come up with
Listen,
this
man.
left side, right side, twisting the head around, upside down shooting, come on, that's bullshit, and I don't need to hear that.
Mr. Bell, am I coming to you debating? I'm coming to you as a man who just wants to tell you something.
Well, you know what?
I'm not here to
and
debate
I'm going to
any
tell
of
you
those
this.
facts with you, Mr. Bell.
I'm not going to hold it. I'm going to, number one, I'm going to say
I
that
forgive you. I'm gonna put it to you this way.
someday, I knew that this would happen, okay? And I'm aware of who you are as a person. And I understand some of your background, okay? And I talked with people about how sensitive you are. You've been carrying this, okay? And from day one, I said, I forgive you for this, okay? But I don't forgive the obstruction that occurred afterwards. And that's where I have a problem. But on a personal level, please, I forgive you because I'm a warrior. And I've been in combat. And I've had to make split-second decisions, all right? The family doesn't. When Eric killed himself, I was upset. They were happy. But I was upset. I was emotionally upset. I was disgusted by this. I want this to heal. I do. I want this to heal. But I think I can make a change on a national level and make it better for you and us. And that's what I'm trying to do.
I just want to let you know, though, sir, I'm not carrying anything that I think is obstructing. I'm not carrying any of that, sir. Obviously, I'd carry with what I did, and I'll stand with what I did. I'll stand with my decision that night. I will never take that back. Can't, even if I wanted to. Definitely a decision that, in the line of duty, you didn't want to make as a police officer? Sure, absolutely. I said it in my initial statement. I wish to God I didn't have to do something like that. But as a cop, you understand that you may have to do something like that. But, Mr. Bell, as far as being accusatory towards me and essentially just calling me a liar, I'm going to tell you... Hang on.
Go ahead.
I'm going to tell you that I forgive you for that. I know deep down in my heart, sir, I know deep down in my heart that the decision I made was right. I know deep down in my heart that if I had been put in the same situation, I'd have to do it again. Okay? I won't go back on that, Mr. Bell. And I'm not going to say it in front of cameras or anything. There ain't no sense of it. This is you and I, man to man. This stays between you and I, man to man. If you want to take it to wherever you think you got to take it to, Mr. Bell, I ask you that you don't do that. You came to my house. You crossed the line. You admitted it. Okay? You affected my family.
The anniversary of my son's death. As
Yes,
I
sir.
had to walk through this community and take him to the fishing holes that I took him fishing at, and to the basketball hoops I played basketball with. That morning, I was in pain, and I wanted to show you what you took from me.
Yes, sir. But you came to my family. As a police officer, I was doing my job. Sir, if I were to come to your house, I wouldn't be working. Okay? You came to my family, and you affected me personally from a job point. That's something you and I, as professionals in the Air Force or whether in the police department, shouldn't have to face. If the enemy came to your house and did something to you for what you had done to them, it's not that your son was the enemy. Do you understand in the context I'm saying that? You wouldn't appreciate it then. But I'm here.
I'm getting death threats now.
Oh, sir, I get those all the time.
So, I mean, that's what I have to live with.
I get those all the time.
Like I said, I'm looking for change. I am not here as a vendetta against Chief Morrissey. I'm looking for change. I want open review.
Whatever you have a problem with him, Mr. Bell, I can't do anything about it.
It's a problem with the system, and that's what I'm trying to change. Okay?
I just wanted to tell you on a personal level, though, Mr. Bell. Okay?
All right.
All right?
All right.
Can you accept that from me, man to man?
I am. And I said from the beginning that I had a problem with this. But I do forgive you because I know what it's like to be in a combat situation.
And I forgive you, sir, for any personal attacks that you made against me that you had.
Okay. All right. And then we'll leave it at that. All right.
Keep it at that.